I got a phone call once, and I think Danny called me. And Danny called the drummer, and Danny told me, because you're not gonna believe this, Evan and Bobby had dinner in Manhattan. Like, what? Get the fuck out of here. So I hang up the phone, I call up Bobby, I'm like, Bobby, what's up? It's Billy. You had dinner with Evan in Manhattan? He goes, yeah, I had dinner with him last week. It's fucking weird. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Why were you so surprised?
Because they had the worst relationship in the band, you know, when things broke up. And then it was the last thing in my mind. I gave up hope, like I said earlier, I gave up hope that the band would ever get back together. So it was a surprise, but it was a good surprise, you know? So we all started talking again, and then we got together and hung out, and we played some music, and it was horrible, but it was the same as it was when we started. It had there was that certain chaotic energy that we like, and we just kept that vibe alive. And we didn't need to nurture it, it was there. And it was like, wow, so this is what it's like. You know, this is what I've been missing all these years, and what I'm waiting for. And we kept that alive, and went into the studio and did a CD with that same energy.
Did you ever had the feeling that because of all the troubles that were in the band back then, that you had lost your friends and that they maybe would never come back in the same way as before?
I think perhaps, you know, I think that if there are or were people that didn't follow our career for whatever reason, but everybody, life is a cycle, you know, you're into this year, and next year you know, maybe you're in school and you're focused on your studies, and then the following year, you know, 4 years later, you're settling down with a job and a family or whatever. So we all move on in life. But I know in my heart that when I listen to this record, I feel the same energy that I felt when I listened to State of the World Address. But it's Biohazard 2011, you know? It's a growth, but with the same heart and soul that people fell in love with, you know, over the years. So I know that when people listen to it, I think for sure they're gonna be like, wow, I hear it, I feel it, it's Biohazard.
And do you feel it yourself as well?
Yeah, of course. You know, to me, somebody asked, they said, well, how do you think, is this gonna be a success, this CD? Well, it's already a success for me. It's like, for the first time, everything feels right with the CD. Like when we recorded in the past, of course, we never finished, you know, put it out a CD that we weren't proud of, but I would listen to other records, you know, and be like, wow, I'm really psyched about, you know, the new Biohazard CD in you know, 2001 or whatever. But then I go and listen to the new Slayer or new Machine Head or new Sepultura or whatever, and I was always like, wow, that sounds fucking great. And then I go listen to my CD and I'm like, I found, you know, I didn't like this about it, didn't like that about it. But this CD, I knew I knew the songs, I was happy with the songs as we were writing, but when we finished, I was able to listen to the CD, and each time I put it on, I'm like, awesome, fucking, you know, and I listened to, you know, the new Conspiracy, you know, Cavalier Conspiracy, and I'm like, this sounds great, awesome.
Not as great as Biohazard.
No, not that way. I felt like it's the first time I'm fully 100% satisfied and happy and proud of our CD. Not just the production, not just the songs, but the production and the quality and the intensity and the sound of the CD, you know? We didn't go in, some bands, it's like a job, you know? They go in and they have to hurry up and finish the CD. We took our time. You know, it wasn't important to us that we finished it quick. We had to be 100% happy with it. And by focusing on the songs individually, like for guitar, for example, when we worked on guitars, I would play, you know, get a guitar sound for the song. Bobby we'd get all the sounds just for that song. You know, it wasn't the same guitar sound for every song. It was every song sounds different, and that helps take the record, you know, takes you different places. It doesn't sound like, you know, us playing. It just doesn't sound like it makes it sound like a collection of ideas and songs that are put together to take you somewhere for a CD, you know, if that makes sense.